So what would you do if you were whether you were in a marriage, getting separated, or just being involved with a person, as far as being involved with a person who you are teeter-tottering that line with, um, and they wanted to address you with hey, I really it ain't nobody else I want but you. And I know we're in a relationship, but I want you. So it's good. How it and you didn't really want that, but you didn't want to not be in whatever relationship that you have with them. Like you don't want to be in a relationship with them, but you don't want to cut them off. You still want to be involved with them the way that you are. But they're like, I just want to be with you. Like you're at your life. I want you to be husband.
Uh-oh. Beyonce time, put a ring on it. Hold on. Let me
What you do?
let me get a little, let me get a little
Let's take a little sip. I should have made me a drink.
Yeah, a little red cup moment right there. But no, good question. And again, we talked about it depends on the situation, it depends on the person. Because sometimes it's not that you're not thinking about something in a certain kind of way because of that person. Sometimes you're just not thinking about it. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, if you at a job and you're like, you cool, like you ain't thinking about, doing something different or, going over here and doing that. You may not be thinking about it, but if that opportunity comes to you, you might be like, well, shit, I wasn't thinking about it, but since you said something,
Right.
where I'm coming from,
Yeah,
so the same thing can apply in this situation where because we had an understanding at the beginning that, as they say in Love Jones, this was just, it's a physical thing. We just kicking it. I didn't think about anything beyond that. But we know how it is. You're around that person, even if it's primarily for, certain reasons. You get to feel them out. They get to feel you out. And if something like that was brought to me, I would take a minute to think about it and just be like, okay, well, when it comes to this, we vibe there. When it comes to that, we vibe in there. And again, we can all adapt in every relationship. You, me, anybody listening, we all adapt if we're going to be in a relationship. We know that 110 of it can't be just us and about us and what we like. You do this for me, I do that for you. But one thing we also, I think, both can agree on is there's got to be individually things that you all vibe with that even if that person wasn't there, you'd have been doing, that anyway. Like you and your art. Like, okay, you like art, I like art. Even if you wasn't here, I'll be still killing it with, everything I'm coming up with anyway. So as long as y'all got things that y'all both can, that you relate to as far as what's at your center, all right, then maybe we're having a conversation. But if it's the other way around, and I'm thinking like, well, damn, what do we really do if it's not an appointment? If it's not an appointment, right? If it's not an appointment, if we ain't, if we ain't taking some shots, if we ain't putting one together and knocking it down, and then whatever. Like if we're not really doing that, then what are we really doing here? And if I'm coming up with nothing, then I'm gonna have to just right then and there again be straight up with her and say, hey, as much as I appreciate that, and you know how I feel about you, that's not what we're doing here, and it's not the space that I'm in. And you got to be willing to be uncomfortable to be like, okay, if you got to be ready for anything. If she takes it one way, you know what I mean? It's what it is. If she takes it the other way, it's what it is. And if you got to take it, be prepared to take an L. But you got to be straight up, clear that bullshit out from the very beginning. Champions Material, Season 1, Episode 9, Entanglement, The Complexity of Relationships, premieres Monday, September 21st on Apple, Google, Spotify, anywhere podcasts are found. Will also premiere on the official Champions Material YouTube channel. For all you listening out there, we all know that relationships are complicated, and we're going to dive into everything, all topics, authentic, real, grown folk talk. I appreciate your support. I appreciate your feedback. Your feedback is what led to this very topic. So keep it coming. Keep bringing your energy, and we'll continue to do the same. And never forget, whoever you want to be and whatever you want to be, always be the champion of it. That's Champions Material. Everybody, continue to be safe and hold it down. For now, we're done.